Hi, good morning. Today's presentation is how much does CCaaS cost? My name is Tim Conti from Cloud Trusted Advisor, and I've been working in the contact center and unified communication industry for the past 15 years. I've worked for many of the leading providers that you might be evaluating if you're looking for a new CCaaS or a cloud based contact center solution for your organization. So again, the question is, how much does CCaaS cost? And the answer is, it depends. Don't you hate that though, when somebody says that? How much does it cost? Well, it depends. It actually does depend, but stick with me for about 4 minutes in this video, and by the end, you'll have an idea with about 95% accuracy of what a CCaaS solution would cost for your organization. It's not as complicated as some of the vendors make it seem. Especially the account managers that work in the industry. Nothing against them. I was one of them for many years, but the reality is they're biased towards their solution, and they're also biased towards getting the most money for contact center from you. And your job is to get it at the most affordable price possible. Now, it doesn't always mean the lowest price, it should be the best value. This contact center decision is a very important decision for your organization. So, with that, we're not going to be driving for the absolute lowest price, but you should get the best value, you get the best deal, the best offer, and that comes in many shapes or forms. And in this presentation, I want to show you what that can look like. We were hired by a Berkshire Hathaway company about 6 months ago to help them with both their unified communications and contact center solution, but the driver was the contact center. They were on an aging system that needed to be upgraded, and it wasn't serving the needs of their end customers anymore. So in this presentation, I'm going to take you through some costing and give you a sense here, as promised, of what a CCaaS solution could cost. I'm going to skip through the process that we went through for them, but just keep in mind that we run what I'll call a mini RFP or an RFI or an RFQ for customers that will guarantee will get you the best value in the market. It's something that we perfected when I was at CDW Corporation as a cloud contact center expert, where I help customers like you migrate from legacy contact centers to the cloud. And we built out this 10-step process that really is going to save you time, save you money, and eliminate risk. I'm going to skip through. Everyone's got different projects or goals, so it doesn't matter what this client's projects and goals were because yours will be different. I'm not going to cover unified communications. If you'd like, just drop a comment in. If you'd like us to do a similar exercise with you for contact for unified communications, we can do that. But let's talk about contact center, and let's talk about the different cost buckets. Now, when I said earlier, it depends. First, let me give you a range. A contact center seat deployed all in, it will be on the low end of around $60 per agent per month, and as high as 150 to 175 per agent per month. So where's that delta in between? It really comes into the added features, things like workforce optimization, things like chat, AI, artificial intelligence. All of those things can add cost to the solution. So in this particular case, what you're seeing is three of the industry leaders, and they're pretty close. If you look at the very top there, the concurrent seat license, one of the providers is at around 140, another one's at 114, and another one's at 125. Now, as I mentioned, you said, hey, Tim, well, wait a minute, you said $60 in the low end. There are providers out there that are very nichey, as I say, and they focus on a very specific type of call center, contact center that you might be interested in. Those can be as low as $65 an agent. What I wanted to share with you as well, gotta move my screen here. If we go back here, these are some of the unified communications providers, which is unified communications as a service, UCaaS. And with these providers, a lot of them, the market is coming together. It's blending. There's in probably less than a year, there's not going to be a UCaaS provider and a CCaaS provider. They're all coming together. And the reason I bring that up is there are UCaaS providers that have contact center like feature functionality, but they sell it at a UCaaS price point, which is anywhere from $15 a month up to $50 or $60 a month. So that's why I brought up that range. It really depends again on what your needs are for a contact center. And that's really where we help you flush out, identify your needs. What are your business outcomes? What are you trying to accomplish? What are your concerns in the market? And we help you address those. So that should help with the range there. But yeah, just to answer the question directly, for a contact center seat, what does it cost? Anywhere from the low end of $50, $60 per agent per month, and the high end closer to 200. And again, the things that will change the price would be the added features that I talked about. So when we also worked with this client, it was very important to show a favorable total cost of ownership, right? So being able to show their current state and what their costs were today, and then what's the future state going to look like with the cloud. And we help them get there by building this project ROI for them. So, we see a current state of what they're paying today with Entrado, a future state with nice CX1, and you see there's some proposed savings there that we're able to offer in the neighborhood of around 543,000 in savings across just a 3-year period, and it gets better as the contract matures. We'll continue to negotiate the per seat down. This customer required a lot of add-ons that you see here. They required some feedback management, some advanced analytics, some other things that weren't in the base package. These are the things they were getting today with Entrado. So in this particular instance, we not only got them a better solution so they can serve their agents better, and their agents can serve your end customers better, but the contact center really becomes a profit center too, because those agents now are able to sell more product and more services to their end customers because they have better technology that helps them do their job better. This ROI is actually very conservative. But this is all we had to show the CFO, because we also help you get your project approved. That's the hardest thing right now as a CX professional, customer experience leader, IT director, CIO, VP of operations, whatever your role and title is. All of these projects we do are usually with a committee of buyers, right? And that's probably your scenario as well. But we really help with getting your project approved, because when we show this to the CFO, it was a pretty quick approval. We also rolled out an implementation timeline from start to finish that tells you or shows you how to get from A to B quickly. And that's really it for today. I wanted to show you one other thing if I've got time. Let's see. Hopefully this reshares this screen. Share this tab instead. Okay. Gotta love technology, right? Let me show you one other thing where we can help as it relates to should you work with us. And by the way, if you want to set a 30-minute time, just book a call on our calendar, send us an email, give us a call, and we'll schedule 30 minutes and we'll run through this proprietary tool that we have. This tool has been perfected across thousands of CCaaS or contact center engagements. And what it does is it saves you time. So instead of going down a rabbit hole and going to these vendors' websites directly and downloading a white paper or whatever it might be, there's these guys are all experts at throwing lines out there in the ocean hoping you bite. And there's a place for that. But before you even get there, you want to know where to start. What you don't want to do is go down a path with a vendor, and then in the 11th hour, when everything looks great and you've invested months of man hours around research and conference calls and demos, only to find that there was one key feature you required or one key outcome you're looking to get that they couldn't fulfill, and you have to start all over. So we run you through this. This is our tool that we use, a proprietary tool. You won't find it out there. But first and foremost, we want to understand where your contact center agents are. So in this particular case, let's imagine this is you and you're in North America and in Europe. You may or may not need an outbound dialer. In some industries, it's really common, and some it isn't. But let's just say you're looking for a predictive dialer for outbound calling. For your digital channels, let's say you're looking to offer agent chat, offering your agents the ability to do co-browse with your end customers online, where you're looking at a screen together to order products and services or answer questions, and maybe email support. We'll pick those three. Your social channels, let's say you want some integration with your contact center in, say, Facebook, and connecting your customer data is the most important thing. Whether you have a custom-built CRM, obviously Salesforce would be one of the more common ones, so we'll choose that. And then artificial intelligence. This is what's really driving a lot of contact centers, being able to offer AI with chatbots and whatnot to be able to lessen the burden on your contact center as far as your physical contact center agents, right? So with the use of AI in your contact center, I just had an experience recently, where I had a question about something on my bill, and there was not enough information on the line charge. I didn't know what it was, but there was a website or a scan QR code to go to, which I went. I did my whole experience online. I didn't have to agent at all, and it resolved my issue. So that's what we're talking about there. And then compliance. Let's say you're in a market that requires a certain compliance. Let's say you're in healthcare and you need a provider that can make you HIPAA compliant. We'll choose that. And then I won't choose any of the other ones, but then I'm going to generate this matrix here. And what this allows me to do is, wow, quickly, based on your requirements, which are on the left here, and this would be you, of course, based on your requirements, how did the vendor rank in their ability to fulfill that requirement? Do they meet your requirements? 2 out of 2, 1 on a 1. So these are all the ones that really you can shortlist right away. Now, we might eliminate a couple based on our experience in the market, because we've done so many of these for clients. We also know where all the bodies are buried. We know who's providing good customer service. It's not about who looks good on paper, it's who can actually deliver. You will find the sales reps out in the industry will overpromise and underdeliver. We are the gatekeeper there. We are your trusted advisor. We're sitting on your side of the table. And when we hear something that's not accurate or something that requires more information, we're going to be the one that tells you, hey, listen, let's ask the question behind the question. But what this tool does, though, is it gives you not only a ranking, so we know right away, five nines, Genesis, and Nice, and Talk Desk. That's where we should start, just based on what's important to you. And then underneath here, you have 27 evaluation criteria. This is comparison data now. Imagine how long it would take your team to put this together. We recently presented this to a customer service leader, and she was rubbing her hands in her head as we were showing this, and we really thought we were missing the mark. Well, it turns out, she said to us at the end of this, what you just showed me in 60 seconds took my team 3 months worth of research and hard work to get it done. So at a minimum, we will do this for you. There's no charge. We want you to make the best contact center decision you can for your organization, but everything you would need in the research report is here. And we PDF this report while we're on the call with you, and we send it to you while we're on the call. At a minimum, that's going to save you 30, 40 hours, either yourself or your team, of not having to research the market on your own. So I know I deviated away from what does CCaaS cost. I believe I answered that question for you. If you have any questions, you can drop a comment down below, or you can reach out to us directly. We can schedule a call and take you through this tool to help you shortlist the right contact center vendor for your organization. Good luck. Talk to you soon.